Hey friends, and welcome to the therapized part of this video. This is my post-therapy thoughts. Okay, cool, yeah. So this is a great little video to do, unedited, completely and utterly. I just had another therapy session. Love therapy so much. It truly is my favorite thing. It is the best way that I'm investing in myself currently. And like so much goodness is coming from it. Like if you are not in therapy and you know that you are struggling with some things, I would highly recommend getting started in therapy. I have had therapy on and off through the years, but honestly, I'm having the best time. This is not an ad, but this is BetterHelp. I'm almost 100% certain that you guys have heard about it from every single one of your YouTube content creators. BetterHelp, I would love to work with you. So let's work on sponsorship. But I am literally using that service and that platform, and I love it so much because not only do me and my therapist meet once a week face to face and have chats, I also get group therapy. So I get to choose what I want, like what group I want to be part of, get to scroll through a list, and they have so many different things like relationship, time management, postpartum, grief, like so many different things you can just join in, and like you're literally having therapy with a therapist and other people having therapy with that therapist, and we're learning and stuff like based on what other people are asking, you get to see, and then like you get to, like I went into one about relationships and I was thinking, is my relationship like even good? Like, is this what it's supposed to be like? And then when I heard other people's scenarios, I was like, mine is not bad. Like I've been judging so hard our relationship because it doesn't look like what Hollywood shows you a relationship's supposed to look like. It more just looks like mum and dad right now. But that's the season that we're in, and that's fine. It doesn't mean that it's toxic. And I got all of this from therapy, and like my mindset has shifted, my thought patterns have shifted. So today we are talking about, today in therapy, we spoke about, first of all, self-worth. My challenge last week was to accept compliments without deflecting, because I don't know what, but I know for a fact for a long time, I have not held myself and my perception of myself to a very high esteem. I would hear people make a compliment about me and I would immediately deflect. They'll be like, oh, you're such a great mom. And I'll be like, oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm glad that you think that, but, and then I'll start going off in this spiel to like deflect, right? And to just be like, right, I know you said that, but you're wrong. Or I know you think that I'm beautiful, but it's the makeup. Or I know, like, do you know what I mean? Like I'll always say a reason why their compliment isn't valid. And I'm thinking, excuse me? So somehow we ended up talking about that in therapy last week. And throughout this week, it was like, try to just receive the compliment, not to hear it and then bat it away, but to receive it and to take it in and to know that that's how people perceive you. And almost every time I was complimented this week, I deflected, but I caught myself every single time. Oh, you're doing it again. Just stop now and say thank you. And they'll be like, do you know what? Thanks. Like someone called me an expert mum, and I was literally like, thank you. Because I don't think that I'm an expert in any way, shape or form. However, based on their witnessing me being a mother, they came to the conclusion that I am an expert mum. I am so good because not only did I give my daughter's time and attention during a conversation, I was in a meeting with a group of people, and I just gave my daughter a second to hear what she wanted, to let her know that I am here, but to also let her know that my main focus was on this. And I know that she only wanted to be with me because of the call. She's not used to seeing that, so she just wanted to be there. And I just took that. I thought, you know what? Thank you. Like, I didn't think that was an expert move whatsoever. I just did what I would naturally do. And they explained that's why you're an expert mum, because you've got to a point where that's your norm. You didn't fly off the handle. You didn't shout. You didn't smash her out the room. You didn't like log off the call. You managed the situation. And I was like, wow, that small scenario was me managing. That was good. So yeah, actually I am doing really well. So in self-worth, when you're thinking about self-worth, it's like, what do you think your worth and your value is in this world? And there are so many people, it makes me so sad. There are so many people that suffer with imposter syndrome, where they will go into an environment, and she has experienced it, but we are moving out of that. You know, we are moving out of that. Imposter syndrome is this sense of, you go into a room, maybe you've been invited, like I'll be invited and I'll be on the guest list for a PR event, and I will literally be looking around and I'll see people from like Made in Chelsea. I'll see people like dressed head to toe in like, I don't know, Valentino, like, and I'm thinking, I hope nobody knows that I'm just wearing All Saints. I hope nobody knows that my shoes are from Primark. I hope nobody knows that I'm not on TV. Like, excuse me? Like, it doesn't matter about any of that stuff whatsoever. Your human form has been invited to be here. They didn't say you can come so long as you're wearing head to toe designer. They didn't say you can come so long as you've been in X, Y, and Z TV show. They said, we want you to come. We want you to experience this. That is enough of a reason to be there. I didn't have to keep talking myself down. And this is something that I've addressed in therapy, and I'm still addressing. I'm not going to lie to you. It is a work in progress, but it is something where it's like, do you know what? Like, you're invited to a place, someone smiled at you, someone gave you a compliment. You don't have to deflect. It doesn't have to be a negative scenario. It doesn't have to be a reason why it shouldn't be or a reason why it's not good enough. You are good enough, and that is that. And it is literally like, okay, I love that. I love to hear that. So there's that on self-worth. And then we moved into talking about time management. Sorry, I just paused because I thought I haven't even told you guys about what my challenge is. And I don't know if I should, but I'm going to tell you anyway, because what have I got to hide, right? So as a result of self-worth, I was talking about my purpose and the things that I enjoy, the things that I love to do. Sis loves modeling. Sis loves fashion. I feel so uncomfortable. I feel like like my whole body's on show and I don't know what to do with it, but I want to learn, right? And I've got so much energy. I'm not the sort of person to sit down. I can't just sit down at a desk and be doing something. I'm not really like going to sit there and I have to be engaged with my whole body. If my mind, my mouth, and my body can be involved, we are good. We are flexing. We are so flexing. Like, I just wish that I could do these videos standing up. Do you know what I mean? Standing up, moving around the room, doing all of that. And you know what? Nothing's stopping me except for me. I could do these videos standing up. Maybe the next one I will be standing up. But for now, I'm going to just keep moving my arms and my body and doing the most, because that is what I thrive in. That is what works for me, right? For somebody else, it could be sitting down in silence, analyzing. Oh God, it's like nothing like a nightmare. Looking at a spreadsheet, right? Just sitting there for hours doing that. How can anyone? For me, I cannot. But for someone else, that's their thing. That's their joy. That's their forte. That's their... Just analyze 1,000 pages of Excel sheets. I can't even speak. They'll be like, oh yeah. I'm like, what are you so excited about? Yeah. Just analyze 1,000 Excel spreadsheet pages. What? I'm the king. That's somebody else's cup of tea. Not mine, but somebody else's. We are not all made the same. So one of my tasks that I've given myself this week is to book into a drama class or an improvisation class. If I can't find a class, then to find a teacher and do the thing one-on-one. It's going to cost me money. It's more self-investment, but you know what? There is nothing like investing in yourself. And before what does it mean to invest in yourself? Getting your nails done, getting your hair done? Babes, my nails, I'm not even going to show you them. But they're not looking all that fine and they're not looking all that fire. But when I calculated how much money I was spending on my nails every single month, versus if I just take that money, forget the nails, who even cares about the nails right now, and put that on a drama coach, and put that on an improvisation class, and put that on new camera equipment, and put that on like a photographer, like that's still investing in myself. So those are the things that I am doing, right? That is my task, is to book into a drama class. So you guys, I'm telling you now, because if you're here watching me again in this video, you're one of my OGs. Like you clearly care about me, you clearly care about my content, you clearly get something good from me, and I love that, and I love that we're bonding, right? Like, I'm not the most popular person on YouTube, granted, and that's fine. Right now, as I'm on this journey, growing and learning, that's exactly how it needs to be. Because if I had like 1,000 million trillion people watching me, I probably would start to feel like, oh my God, why? What? But we're getting rid of that, right? Bye, rebuked. Up next, we were talking about time management, right? So this is something that once everything is structured out, once everything is laid out, not like so hard, like I can't move it and I have to stick to it, otherwise I'm gonna get penalized. Like that stresses me out. But if I know, okay, between this hour and this hour, let's say like between 9 and 11, I am free to do emails, to answer calls, to be at desk, right? Desk work, 9 and 11. After that, we need to be up, we need to be moving, we need to be eating. So between 11 and 1, we're going to be doing this. Like those kind of time chunks help me so much. They help me so much because it's kind of like admin. And within admin, I can do what I need to do, right? And then it could be like fitness, and then within fitness I can do what I need to do. Like that helps me a lot. So we've kind of just broken down a rough schedule of what my life could start to look like. there are many factors and things that I have to consider. For example, I have a caravan and I always want to go to the caravan, but I haven't been there for a really long time. I also have a membership to David Lloyd and I really like going to David Lloyd. It's very, very pricey. And it's like, does it fit in with my schedule? How can I make it fit? I also find privacy in my own room and in my own personal office so much more fruitful and fulfilling to me than working in a public place when it comes to recording videos. So how do I make that fit in addition to going to the caravan, in addition to going to David Lloyd, in addition to picking up the girls, in addition to doing their classes? Like, there's a lot to consider. So I will sit down with this and we'll get back onto time management. But if you are quite like me and you struggle to manage your time, then instead of being like 9 a.m. do this, 10 a.m. do this, 10:30 a.m. do that, 11 a.m. do that, like that's a bit hard for me. That's a bit hard for some of us. Just be like, between this time and this time, get ready. And then you can even have a little list of all the steps that you need to do to get ready, right? Like you can break it down and be like, this first, this next, this next. And then you just kind of swoosh it around and do what you need to do within that time. So long as by the end time, you're done with all of them, or you're done with the most pressing ones. So that's where we got to in therapy today. I started the session being like, I don't know what to say. Like I'm fine. Like I'm not stressed. I'm not grieving. I'm actually fine. But then I thought, you know what? I'm paying for this, so I'm going to jump on and I'm just going to see where it flows. And I thought it was, I just thought, if I don't know what I'm going on the call for, isn't this a waste of time? It truly has been the most fruitful. I'm so excited. And I'm excited to have filmed this post-therapy thoughts, talking to you about self-worth and talking to you about time management. Be sure to be back next week because we will be having another post-therapy chat. But let me know, what do you think about yourself? I hope that you know your worth and your value. And if you talk trash about yourself, come so I can deal with you. Because that person that you're talking trash about, you, listen, the most amazing, fearfully, wonderfully created being that you ever did know. And listen, just because the mind might be talking trash, talking sideways, talking left, doesn't mean that it's right, right? Even the Bible says, there is nothing more deceitful than the heart of a man, right? That's definitely a paraphrase, but a man's heart is incredibly deceitful. Your heart doesn't mean boom, 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 because there's no deceit in just a beating heart. Your heart is your soul, your spirit, the essence, right? Your ego. That ego is deceitful. If the ego is like, you can't go there, you ain't even smart enough, you ain't even rich enough, you ain't even famous enough, shut that, rebuked, excuse me, get thee behind me, Satan. Get thee behind me. I'm alive. I've got blood pumping through my veins. Do you know the value of that? Do you know the value of the heartbeat in my chest? Do you know the value of the brain that is functioning and allowing all of this? Do you know the value of that? Do you know how much dead people will pay to have what I have now? I am rich. I am rich and I am abundant and I am thriving with life. Doesn't matter about my clothes. Doesn't matter about my education. It doesn't matter about none of them things there. No. I have value because I am alive. People would pay bucks, trucks to be alive, to bring people back so that they could be alive. I have that. So it doesn't matter about any kind of minuscule thought. It is well with me. It is well with my soul. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm so pumped and so buzzing. Can you tell? That was just from therapy. I've not done any drugs. I've not had any alcohol. I've not even really worked out. I went for a run this morning, but hey, therapy is lit. I'm not going to lie to you. It's really, really good, especially if you get a good one. And I will see you in my next video. And I'll see you in the next part of this video.